friend, and welcome to my channel. I'm assuming you're here because you're probably going through perimenopause or maybe even VMS, aka vascular syndrome. Girl, believe me, I know exactly what you're going through, and you have come to the right place. My name is Carla Alexander. I am the founder of La Femme Mature Corporation, and I am in charge of the skincare line from La Femme Mature Skincare. Not only that, okay, but like I said, I'm a woman going through VMS just like you. Or maybe not just like you. Everybody is different. Are you looking for hormone replacement therapy? Have you been looking for alternatives? Like, let's get personal. What's really going on? Let's really get in depth, okay? I need to know exactly what you guys are going through because I go through the most excessive of menopause. Who knew, right? Yeah, but the same way you have women that will never get a symptom, you have some women that get all the symptoms and get them bad. When I'm talking about bad, I'm talking about having no life bad. Can't go to work bad, which is the reason why I started the organization to help bring menopause and VMS awareness and using my skincare products, okay, to help fund the organization so that we can start giving back into the community of bringing menopause and VMS awareness into the community. You heard? For me, I can tell you that VMS is no picnic at all. And if you stick with my channel, you're going to see exactly how many different ways that you actually can learn to manage your symptoms and possibly start a whole new online or at-home business, because I spent the last 5 years doing all of these things myself. I didn't have any money. There was no money. I had to get creative. I had to do a lot of research, and a lot of my friends today still can't do what I can do. And I know how frustrating it can be. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get back on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start talking about VMS because no one seems to know what it is, not even my own doctor, okay? And start really educating us women out here, especially the Black women in the community, since VMS is more common in women of color than non-women of color. But we're gonna cover all of that, okay? You're here because you wanna learn how to cope with your symptoms. Am I right? I got you. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is menopause? Menopause is a natural progression from being reproductive to not being reproductive anymore. You know, once you are completely in the whole menopause phase transition, there is no chance in hell or high water of you getting pregnant. You know, which is a good thing because I'm like, yo, it's supposed to be the time of my life. But no, I got VMS. So they say that menopause usually occurs in women between, 40 and 50. For Black women, it seems to start a little bit sooner, and perimenopause seems to happen a little bit sooner for us as well. I've spoken to some women who have started perimenopause as early as 25 with the sweating. And of course, the doctors won't believe this, so they dismiss the symptoms and all the things that are going along with this rapidly changing transition from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold. And the doctors refuse to acknowledge the fact that, yeah, you could possibly be in the real early stages of perimenopause. And this is where the disconnect is in place at, because they don't listen. I do. I believe you. We all know that menopause is a result of the decline of estrogen that we are losing in our body. And with that comes a whole bunch of fun symptoms. You know, we have the hot flashes, you have the night sweats, you have the JJ dryness, you have chin hair. We have all of these fun things that come with it. Not really fun at all. The more common symptoms of menopause, we know it's the hot flashes, it's the night sweats, it's the mood swings, and the vaginal dryness. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know about all of those because I don't know. But I believe the women that are out here saying that, it's drier than the Sahara Desert right now. Okay. I get it. I get it. Most of these symptoms can be treatable, with lubrications, vitamins to help regulate the mood swings, aromatherapy, chakra healing. There are all of these wonderful things that can help cope. Even hormone replacement therapy to some extent for some women. But what if you're a woman that can't take it? Like, I cannot take it. My body says, no way, we are not doing that. And I have really bad reactions. So I literally have got to figure out other ways to be able to cope with my hourly hot flashes. Yes, ladies, you heard me right. I have hourly hot flashes. Okay? Hourly. When you have vasomotor syndrome and you have excessive sweating, what do? You can go to your doctor and plead the case. Please help me, please, please, please. But if they don't understand what vasomotor syndrome is, they're not going to be able to help you, because I believe that it's not going to be fixed simply by a pill. Because vasomotor syndrome, to me, is an unnatural symptom to menopause. And it's a stress-related unnatural symptom to menopause. Because any and every time I get triggered by a stress, anxiety, somebody else's energy, I'm immediately having a hot flash. If I am at work and I don't want to be at work, I'm going to hot flash more than once in an hour. It is to the point where I actually had to go to my doctor so she could see what I was going through, to get a letter for disability because I can no longer work. I couldn't do it. You know what? That's for another video. But that's the reason why I started my own skincare business, because having to go through all of that, it was just too much on me emotionally, physically, mentally. Girl, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I did. So the problem with vasomotor syndrome, like I said, is it's debilitating, because it does definitely take away from your quality of life, where it makes it very hard to be sociable. So now you have social anxiety. You have to change your wardrobe because you can no longer wear certain colors or clothes. I can't wear makeup. I can't wear wigs. There are all of these things that come with having this. And I had to learn to accept it, to say, okay, well, I guess it's just not meant for me to do this right now, and move on instead of getting upset. I spent the first 3 years going through this being very, very angry. And I only made my symptoms worse. I had to learn different ways and techniques in order to be able to cope with my body, because I was fighting within myself, But I digress. So the thing about vasomotor syndrome is that the symptoms can vary from woman to woman. Like I said, I have hourly hot flashes. There are other women who don't have as many, but probably suffer just as much. It's important to understand the stress around, I want to say, your environment, and start eliminating these stressors, because out of sight, out of mind. That's one less hot flash you'll have. And it could be a bad relationship. It could be a bad friendship. It could just, it could be work. You know what I'm saying? It could be work friends. It could be anything. For me, working is a huge trigger for me. And it's not because I'm lazy. It could be because I'm not. But it's the process that I have to go through every hour. And it got to the point where my mind said, no more. No more. So being able to find something that can help bring down the stress, you can take your mind out of the equation and focus on something that you're creating. That's what you need to do. That's what's going on in this phase of my life. The skincare provides a type of therapy for me. Not only do I get to share this wonderful product, because when I tell you a girl be ashy, okay? But there's so much love and peace and contentment in all of my products. And I don't get that anywhere else. And well, that's not true, because I'm a gym buff. I love the gym. I do understand that they say lifestyle modifications, such as certain foods you shouldn't eat. I did the whole don't eat hot sauce. Didn't eat hot sauce. Still had hourly hot flashes. Ate the hot sauce. Still had hourly hot flashes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't drink caffeine. Stop drinking caffeine. Still had the hourly hot flashes. So I went back to drinking caffeine because, hello, if I'm going to have the hourly hot flashes anyway, why am I going to deprive myself? I'm already miserable. You know, I'm already miserable. So, no, we're not doing that. We're going to eat in moderation, but you're going to enjoy your life. I'm going to stop telling myself what I shouldn't eat or what I can eat because it might go to my waist and, you know, then you're going to have to work it off. And I'm not stressing myself out. No, we're not doing that. So get rid of them triggers. Another way to help you cope with your symptoms, if you don't already know about fitness, if you don't already know about getting in the gym, that's where it's at. You've got to get in the gym. Not only will it help with the weight and the energy, but if you are suffering from depression, stress, all of those things that are coming along with the perimenopause and menopause, all of that will be gone. Poof. Gone. Yeah, you're going to be sore for a little bit, but you know what? Suck it up. Suck it up. Because the benefits outweigh the whole process. Okay? Let's get that beach body on. This is where it's going to get a little tricky. Seeking support. I've had a very hard time trying to find a support group for women who are specifically suffering with excessive hot flashes. It's really, really hard to be in, I want to say, a room by myself. Every woman that has ever seen me have a hot flash says the exact same thing. Either, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Or they'll say, girl, I had hot flashes, but not like yours. For whatever reason, I'm special. You know? I guess that's just the way the universe wants it to be. I encourage you to start speaking about your symptoms to the women around you. It's not something that you have to sit and just suck up and deal with, because you'd be surprised at just how many women are suffering in silence and are just looking for an opportunity to talk about menopause. Because when I tell you, every time I have a hot flash, I hear stories, and it's like, oh, great, it's good for you. Never had one. Oh, okay. Oh, you only had one at night. Oh. Yeah, okay, you want a little fluster, a little flush. That's what you got? Oh, bless your heart. It's important to be able to talk about how menopause might be affecting your relationship, how your husband might be dealing with, you know, not being able to get any as much as he might want to because it's starting to hurt, because now we're going through this phase where everything is dry, you know, except the exterior of the body. I don't get it. I honestly, you're telling me that I get to sweat from head to toe. I mean, head to toe, drenched, wet. And the only thing on my body that's dry is my hoo-ha? Like, make that make sense. Like, how is that even fair? But I digress. It is important to allow people in your life to know what you're going through, because you might not have a single symptom, but the hormonal changes might make you a little moody, okay? And a little sensitive. You might be crying a lot. You might be snapping at people a little bit more. This is all a natural progression to menopause, but you have to be aware of when you're getting ready to get like that, because sometimes when we don't talk about it and then we just start flipping, people around us are like, yo, what's wrong with her? Why is she acting so nuts? You know, not realizing that you're menopausal and you're going through some things. You know, it's okay, because as a woman, you are supposed to be empowered, because you're walking into a whole new journey. You've made it to a whole new journey. And this is gonna be rough for some, because it sure as hell is rough for me. But I've started my own business. I have found myself through spiritual journey that I had been on for 5 years. And I have learned how to not only build my own websites, not only how to create my own videos, but I learned how to be independent. And it was hard because I had to shed a lot of tears because I couldn't understand at first. But now that I do, I get to share my knowledge with you so that if you happen to want to start a new career going through menopause and you're not sure where to start and you're like, I don't even know how to put up my first video, like and subscribe, because all of that is going to be on here. I'm going to be sharing all types of tips about beautiful skincare. Let me show you. Yo, this is Candy Kisses. Let me show you. Smells like sherbet. I have a website that you guys could go to if you're interested in purchasing some of my beautiful products and supporting menopause and VMS awareness, because that's what my organization is about. Menopause and VMS awareness, right? What else is it going to be about? If you guys have any questions, you know what to do. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Like I said, there's no question that is too big or too small when it comes to menopause and vascular motor syndrome, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe, put the notifications on, guys, so that you guys can have a stress-free menopausal transition.